Hey everybody, Joe Coffey here for PremierGuitar.com. We're at the Traynor booth at NAMM 2011 checking out new stuff from Traynor. I've got Joe from Traynor with me here. Joe, how are you, sir?
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
Good to see you. Yeah. Hey, tell me about what's new here. I recognize the Dark Horse right behind it. What is this?
Well, this is kind of its big brother. It's called the Ironhorse. It's 40 watts, pair of EL34s for power. Has a couple of really cool features on it. First of which being a dual bias switch where you can either run fixed bias or cathode bias. So basically you can run a Class A or Class AB. Has the same pure tone switch that the Dark Horse has. So you can flip the tone controls entirely out of the circuit. Gives you a little more gain, a little more mid-range. Get you more into that tweed deluxe kind of snarl. Has two inputs. One input is 6 dB lower than the other, so it's kind of a de facto high and low gain setting for the amp itself. Pretty self-explanatory, real straight ahead. You know, we're doing so well with the Dark Horse. You know, we had a lot of response to people wanting something with just a little more power to it, and that's what you got.
What about pricing?
Pricing, you're looking at $749 for the head. It does have a proprietary cabinet too. It's a dual 12 cabinet with slushing greenbacks in it. But the cool thing about it is it has a split baffle, so it's actually a V-shaped speaker baffle inside.
That's cool. And I was checking out the back. You can adjust whether or not it's open back or not, right?
Right. There's 2 plates on the back, so you can run, you know, you can pull just one plate if you want to, both plates, however you want to do it. So you can have a semi-open back, pretty much a full open back, or a closed back cab. Kind of fine-tune the bass response.
Very cool. All right, what's over here?
And then we got 3 more additions to the Traynor line. These are all Class A. The whole idea is doing more of a vintage thing, you know, real straight-ahead controls, bass, mid, treble. You know, you plug it in, you get a good tone right off the bat. This is 15 watts Class A. It's called the YGL1. Like I said, real straight ahead. It has a slushing greenback, single 12, 15 watts, reminiscent of like an AC-15 kind of sound. You know, very open, very vintage. You know, still a good amount of gain though. We put a little extra gain in the preamp section, so you can get it to crank. Pricing on that, you're looking at $849. Going up to the big brother here. Dual 12, so you got dual slushing greenbacks. And this is, if you want to think of it as our version of an AC-30. You know, once again, it's they both are EL84s, both Class A. You know, it's just basically the big brother to that, same tonally. You know, I think everybody's pretty familiar with that kind of tone. So that's called the YGL2, and you're looking at $12.99 on that. And there's also a YGL2A, which is a single 12 version of this. So basically it's a single 12 AC-30 style amp, and you're looking at $11.99 on that.
You guys also have a new bass amp.
Yeah, this is really cool. This is kind of our version of an SVT. It's all tube, it's 300 watts. 300 watts derived by a dozen EL34s, or you can also use 6L6s, or you can use KT66s. You can use any combination of all of the above at any given time. If a tube burns out during a gig, it senses it and automatically shuts off that pair of tubes, so you can keep on gigging.
Wow.
Yep. And it'll run all the way down to just one pair of tubes. It'll still keep going.
Let's check out the back panel.
Yeah, it has a nice biasing scheme. So basically you've got, this is, each one of these set of lights is for one pair of tubes. So you have your little bias pot here, you can just put a screwdriver blade in there. And when you get these 2 lights, the blue and the green lights, to go off, you know you're in your bias range. And then you also notice there's a little red light that says protect. If that comes on, you know there's a problem with one of those pair of tubes. So it's constantly monitoring the bias. Really simple bias to set up. Like I say, you don't need a multimeter to do it. You know, It's visual. It's kind of reminiscent of how old, like old Macintosh power amps were back in the day, for audiophile use. And it's a killer piece, just amazing sound.
What is this one priced at?
Let's see, that one is $17.99.
And what about the cab?
Now the cab, this is the newest cab that we have. It's a 412 cab. It's kind of
Offset.
yeah, they're diagonally offset, reminiscent of like a Mesa Boogie cabinet. We're going all to neodymium drivers on all of our base cabinets. So you're looking at this thing and you're expecting it's going to be, the weight of a refrigerator. Not a problem to move around at all. It was just, it's unbelievable. I mean, one guy can easily move this by himself. I was amazed myself how much changing the speakers lighten that cabinet up. And price on that, you're looking at $13.99. So that's kind of what we got.
Joe, if people want to find out more about Traynor products, where can they go?
You want to go to traynoramps.com.
All right, thanks so much, man. Sure appreciate it.
Take care.
I'm Joe Coffey. You're watching PremierGuitar.com.